What's going on, traders? In today's episode, James and I catch up after a string of really amazing interviews. So we're talking about our funding challenges. We're talking about some of the lessons that we're seeing in our day-to-day coaching and how we're approaching profit taking and stop losses in today's current market. So you're going to definitely find some value. We cover a lot of great topics. So enjoy the episode. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be catching up. James and I are coming off of, I feel like a streak, bro, of interviews with some really high profile traders, some really high profile guys in the, online investing space. So I figured it'd be a good time for you and me to update everybody on where we're at with our funding challenges, update, some stuff on the A2. I know you are coming in hot off a pretty fun birthday weekend. So happy birthday, bro. I'm sure everybody has already wished you a happy birthday, but again, happy birthday. So how are you feeling now? 24, funded.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most in the next year of life for you? Any big goals?
Yeah, I think so. One of my big goals by the end of this year, hopefully, and obviously we'll get more into it. And the thing is, I want to be have 1 million AUM, assets under management, by the end of the year, including my personal and private investors and the funding companies. Because I'm still trading my private investor capital as well as my personal account on top of these funding companies with the trade copier. But that's my big goal for the end of the year.
How far away from that are you now?
If I pass this new 200K challenge, so I had a free reach out with a 200K that I'm going for, and I've just purchased another 200K. If I get those, I will have it.
Okay, so you're not far, about halfway.
I'll actually have it and some. So
yeah, I was gonna say nice. Okay, that'd be great. Now, coming off the free retry with my Forex funds, but you also mentioned you're trying out a new company, right? What's the new company called?
It's called the Funded Trader.
So what made you go with them? I'm sure everybody's curious.
Sure. Yeah. So obviously, you always got to be skeptical of these new companies coming up. But I think like you, I'm open-minded to if people are getting paid out by them. And remember, we had Omar, guys, we had Omar about three weeks ago on the show. And he was speaking quite highly of them. And I was like, okay, well, they use the brokerage firm 8cap as their liquidity provider, as their brokerage firm for the challenges and for the funded accounts. And I know that, from doing the trading battle, you've done the trading battle, or Tom's done it. They have quite good spreads. They're quite reputable. They're a licensed regulator broker. So I was like, well, if 8cap, 8cap want to have a good public image, they won't go with a funding company that is going to be like a scam. So they licensed in Australia, in the UK. So they really, really are top. So I was like, okay, well, let me give it a go. And if see how they are, and just try a new funding company.
What's their challenge?
It's the same as very similar to my Forex funds. 8%.
10%, 8%. Oh, it's 8%.
8% profit target, and they give you 35 days, not 30. So it's an extra maybe 2 or 3 trading days. I
guess they do that because of weekends.
Yeah, probably because of weekends. So you do get those full 25 trading days in the month. 5 times. 5 times or 20. Yeah, 4.
I get what you're saying. You're getting you're getting 4 full weeks of 5 days each. Yeah. No, that does make sense. So what is there with the 8cap platform? Are you doing that on MetaTrader 4? Are you doing that how do you execute with them? Are you doing it on their web-based platform?
No, I've used MetaTrader 4. So just log into MetaTrader 4 like normal.
Is it hard? When you do this, which account do you use as your main account for your trade copier? How do you figure that? Is that your personal capital?
So I actually use a demo account, a 200K demo account, and I reset it after each month, each week. The reason being is I like to track my stats. But also I like to share my stats with the guys in the Black Shirt Club, and stuff like that.
So obviously you're demoing that thing and then that's copying it to the live accounts.
Correct. To my personal account, to my private investor capital, to the funded accounts.
Bro, why do these trade copiers let people do that, but they don't make a piece of all the trades? How do they make money? How do they make money?
I bought the trade copier, so that's how they make their money. So I bought the trade copier.
How much is it?
I bought it for $159 or something.
Okay. So it's not cheap, but it's still not that expensive.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
I know that the reason I liked the one I got was that it's not a monthly fee. I know with like social tools, you have to pay like $60 a month if you want like 5 or more accounts. I'm like, I'm not paying $60 every single month where I can get like a once-off fee,
Right.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
So now if you compare these three funding companies, which one as of now, I know you're new with this the new one, but which one as of now do you still like the most? Is it FTMO? Because that's your like still the one.
Still FTMO, just because they're like the gold standard. They're like the Rolls Royce of funding companies. But I definitely would vouch for all three: Malfro's Funds, FTMO, and the Funded Trader. Obviously, haven't been paid out by the Funded Trader yet, but they seem really, really good. And if Omar, and as I said, I'm open-minded. Omar said they're decent. I'm going to give them a go.
Yeah, I've only been with my Forex funds, and I got the extension on the 200K that I'm trying to add to the 100K, so then I can have 300 with them. And now with this extension, it just kind of reinforced to me how I think competition between these funding companies is going to continue to grow. And I think you're going to see it very soon that they're offering $1 million accounts to buy right off the jump. And I think they're all going to, again, just drive each other to offer really great spreads, offer really low costs to us. And I think that that's a great thing. I feel like at this point, and of course I'm biased because I'm funded and you're funded, but I feel like at this point, if you're saying I don't want to get funded, it's just ignorant. Like you're just hurting yourself, right?
100%. Well, I mean, I met another guy the other day, and he trades from so Mark, we're actually going to have him on episode 30. So he's a little bit older than me. He's 34 years old. He lives here in Durban, South Africa. He's got a wife, child, and he trades for a prop firm that actually Mark Bellafiore was speaking about in the playbook. It's called Storm Trading in Cape Town, South Africa. And he trades from an in-house prop firm. And I saw he actually has to pay monthly fees to be part of the prop firm. Right. Yeah, but although he's remote now because obviously COVID allowed more leniency with the remote trading and everything. Right. But he has to pay a monthly fee. With these prop firms, you pay a one-time fee. So I think you are just being ignorant and not open-minded. I mean, why would you not take a challenge to get $200,000 extra under management?
I guess the big difference between funding companies and prop firms is that prop firms will educate you to trade probably a certain way. These funding companies don't offer really any education. That's where we come in. We can help. We help people on the retail side get educated. I have a person who actually reached out because I've been offering for people to book these calls with me where I say like book a call, we'll hop on, I'll answer any questions you have. And I've been talking to some really interesting people. 9 out of 10 people are trying to get funded. Most people have already gotten on the wave of like, all right, if I can learn how to trade, then get funded, I can actually have more capital than if I was to put my own money in the market. I had another person talking to me, telling me I have $1,400 in a trading account. I know I need to buy your course, but I just need to make some money with this trading account. I literally voice messaged him. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl, bro. I don't even can't tell by the fucking name. And I'm like, hey, you should stop trading at all. Like in total, you should take that 1,500, buy the course for 500, save $1,000 and try to get funded. That's what I told him.
100%. Definitely. You got the education. Education should always come first, and then when you're ready, you do the challenge. And the great thing is with these funding companies, you can do the free trials. Like FTMO offers you a free trial. Why not just go practice on a free trial, see what you can do in the 2 weeks that they give you on the free trial? Just a no-brainer, in my opinion.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, and like people like, I think it was Omar as well. He tweeted something about like, there's really great traders out there that aren't funded too. So it's like, you don't have to get funded. It's not a requirement to be
not the be all and end all.
But if you're a new trader who's trying to have more capital to trade with, it's a no fucking brainer. You know what I'm saying, bro?
100%.
So now that we both are moving forward with the challenges in front of us, do you think in the future you would be willing to add a fourth company? Do you think you're going to look like, how does it work now with this new company? Can you keep stacking with them? How much capital can you get to get towards your goal with this company?
Yeah, so I would say they're actually trying to go with like very similar to FTMO, but they're trying to make it like slightly better. Like I know Blake, the guy that used to be the guy that reviewed prop firms, interviewed all of them. Yeah. So that's why I'm quite comfortable with them as well. But you can get up to 600K with them. So a little bit more than FTMO. FTMO offers you up to 400 grand before possible scaling. But yeah, so that's I think for now I'm going to stay with these three, try and get funded with the Funded Trader, and then get some payouts from them. But I think if you can get maxed out with all three of them, right? So I'm maxed out with FTMO, but if I can get maxed out with the other two, now I could have 1.6 just in funding companies.
Right.
1.6 mil. Yeah.
I feel like once I get the 300 and I'm trading the 300 for a while, I feel like then I'm going to have to consider figuring out how to really like do more research either on a trade copier, or I'm going to need to go buy a PC, right? And then and run a PC to run all to a proper copy.
I definitely think for you, I think you definitely, if once you got the 300K and you're trading for a bit and you get some payouts, so whatever, you don't have to go back into your own pocket, get the payouts.
Just take the payouts and buy the PC with the payouts.
Buy the PC or find a copy that works nicely on a Mac. But I think
I'll go buy the PC now, but I just don't have anywhere to fucking put it, bro. I already got 2 desks.
Yeah, that's the thing, because then you'll have like your Mac and your PC.
I need a bigger office. I'm gonna need.
I do know Luke did buy a PC. You know, Luke, he was with us in the PSC. He did tell me that he bought a PC. He had a Mac same as you, and then he was like, nah, he needs with MT4, it's more compatible. He bought a PC actually. Yeah,
but now that's fine. But like now I feel like my MT4 works fine on my Mac.
Yeah. I know. It's just with the copier, then you'll have
That's the main difference. At least
that's the main thing why you would want to get it.
Yeah. So now we've been getting ready for the Black Shirt Club starting in September. Had 15 people sign up. So now with our guys that we've had in there, we have almost 20 people that will be coaching for 3 months. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm really excited to actually like get into it and really be able to see which couple of these guys hopefully can come in, not funded, and then within 3 months pass a funding challenge. Like if we could get the entire group, that'd be impressive, really impressive. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think maybe half the group would be a really good goal.
I think that's a good goal. Yeah. Obviously, like people will always ask you like, there must be guys that come into the Black Shirt Club that haven't like progressed in their trading. I'm like, well, that's how trading is. You don't, it's not everyone's going to, there's like a magic source. So it's a Black Shirt Club. Everyone's funded now.
No, but it's not like that. Because
we definitely,
you got to give the effort. Good. What were you going to say? You definitely
you can give the effort, and it's what you put into it as well. I think that's the thing about trading. But I think if we can get half of the guys, or let's say 10 out of the 20 guys, 5 out of the 20 guys, that would be a good goal. Half of them, I think like even if you look at the guys who we've been working with now, like a lot of them, I had a call with one of them today. He was like really trying to follow what we were doing, you and me specifically, with like the A2 and the D1 and stuff, really trying to follow that to the T, ignoring like what his gut was calling him to do, which was D2s. So now he's transitioned into just trading the D2 entry, which we teach in the course. And now he's finding more confidence in his trading, which is allowing him to win more. So now his profit taking has to be what we work on. He isn't taking profit properly. Yeah. But if he can just fix that, it's really interesting to see him finding his groove just from trading next to us, but the groove is not trading the same thing that we are trading. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the beauty of trading. Like D2s for the guys, for the traders that are listening, are reversal patterns. So it's a reversal strategy, which I wouldn't say is my forte or Austin's forte. I think we like more the in-trend A2s, the A1s, the D1s. But speaking to a lot of traders, specifically Mark, again, he was actually telling me, he's a very knowledgeable guy. He was telling me that he truly believes the best traders, and this is what I get a lot from Anthony Crudele when he speaks on his podcast too, is he truly believes that the best traders in the world, they are extremely confident and extremely discretionary in their trading. Like they know when it's their moment to go for the jugular, and they know when it's their moment to back down. Trader, and I think Anthony said traders make money in moments. Pick your moment and go for the jugular. I think that's
like that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the market overall right now with, stocks? Today you had actually a nice win. You made money long, I made money short, so that was good.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think the bottom is in? We've been moving higher for US stocks since June. It's August, so it's 2 months now straight where we're up 20%. Do you think the bottom is in? Do you think we're going to go back, test the lows? Do you have any thoughts about that?
So I was watching a video on by Anthony actually on YouTube. He was speaking about he uses VWAP, right? So something that we don't really, it's like a moving average, but there's something to note that I know that the VWAP does play a bigger part in equities and stocks and maybe the indices. He was saying that on the daily we are trading at a crucial level because we are at the VWAP now. So if we can break VWAP to the upside, maybe the bottom is in. But that's the beauty of trading. Like one day you can be shorting it today. You were shorting the Nasdaq pre-market. I was buying it after the open. So and we both made money. So it's I think it's always tough to forecast. You always got to read and react. But I think if we can bounce above, also a VWAP is at that 15, the daily 50 EMA. So, and we know that for our system that is quite a crucial zone, right?
Good level of support. Yeah, definitely. I feel like fundamentally, I came into today with a short bias because people get convinced quickly, I think,
Yes.
that the bottom could be in, but they're not aware that we can have strong bullish rallies, but still be in a bear market overall. If you look at the indices on like the weekly, still in a downshift. You look at the monthly, even on some of these important stocks and indices, still in a downshift, 821. So still short term, not in a bullish trend. Could we be changing? Absolutely. But
Yeah,
I feel like I'm a little bit more fundamentally short biased right now than bullish. But today, indices are up. I'm looking at them right now. Indices are up today. So you still got to read and react. If they close bullish today, we still come in tomorrow. And if it's telling us to be buying it, we'll be looking for longs. But what's interesting is like on the technical side of things, I feel like some days now we're seeing Bitcoin and the indices not move together as much as they were. Do you notice that?
I agree on that. Like the last 2 weeks, maybe like we've been looking to short Bitcoin, but the indices have been moving up or vice versa.
Right. So it's interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah. I also think that we also don't know what's going to happen on the political front. I mean, Russia can go and nuke Ukraine tomorrow, and then all of a sudden we have a big, reaction to the market, maybe to the downside. So, or we bounce. So, I think also politically we don't know what's happening next. Also with with oil also dropping today too. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah. I mean, oil down today 3.5% right now for U.S. oil. It was down 5% at one point. I feel like there's some like it sounds so conspiratorial to say it, but I just feel like something is manipulating that price. Like, what is it real? What the news is saying is that the reason the reason oil is cheaper and then gas is cheaper is because there's decreased demand. Less people are driving, less people are traveling. Is that true though? Can we verify that that is fact? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need some fact checkers on that because I don't get that.
I think maybe in the bigger scheme of things like travel and that, because I do know, like for me, I would love to come to London and that, but I also got to go quarantine for 8 days or 2 weeks if I have to go there.
It's so crazy to me that you guys still have to do that, bro.
Yeah. So I think maybe people aren't going on as many holidays like that, maybe. But what's crazy actually, and this is will be it's actually quite an interesting point. Gas prices, so fuel prices in South Africa,
petrol
is currently at about petrol is more expensive than the minimum wage per hour.
What, bro? That is
per liter. It's more expensive than the minimum wage per hour.
That's crazy. Did you see the video that I posted on Twitter of the protests in Argentina?
Today it was. I haven't not
yesterday.
Seen that.
It was yesterday, and it was for the same kind of reason. People can't even afford to eat, let alone drive a car. You know what I'm saying? It's so, and that's why it bothers me a lot. And it's interesting that you and I work together every day because like you're in a different country where there's different rules and different beliefs and different biases. And then there's people here where I live that are like, man, America sucks. America sucks. But you live outside of America. Nobody says that, right?
No, nobody's no ways. People are looking to move to America, not looking don't go there. We're looking to move there.
Facts, bro. I was just watching Patrick Bet David is on Graham Stephan's YouTube channel, and I was just watching it, and he was saying how when he came to America, he's like, when I was a boy, because Patrick said his son asked him and said, "Dad, what was your dream when you were my age?" And he said, "My dream when I was your age was to make it to America. It wasn't to be a real estate agent. It wasn't to be an insurance guy. It was just to make it to America, bro."
Yeah.
And then now when you're born in America, you don't even have to worry about that. You don't have to dream about that. You get to dream on what do you want to be. So even just understanding that is a super valuable perspective to have.
Yep.
So it bothers me when people here in the States are like, F America, shit like that. It bothers me. It's like, we have no idea how lucky we are. And with the 100%. Russia and Ukraine thing, I was watching a video about that. I think that war, I don't think he's going to nuke them, bro. I think that war is going to go on for 10 years. I'm not going to I really don't think so. Yeah, he'll bleed them dry real slow, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need to rush. There's no reason. No. He's making life horrible for the people in the Ukraine,
Yep.
But what's
and then the boys will carry on giving money to
just keep cutting $100 billion, $90 billion.
Taxpayers' money.
It's weird because we cut the checks. But if you go on the New York Times, they wrote an article about 2 months ago, and it was talking about how the White House questions the intention of the president of the Ukraine sometimes, and how people that work inside the White House don't fully believe all the information that's coming out of Ukraine, but yet we're still cutting a check.
Cutting check, yeah.
It's interesting. It makes you wonder. And then here's another thing I saw recently. Rushir, he's one of the guys in the group. He shared this on Instagram. It was talking about how a virus is going to come in 2025, and it's going to make it so we can't eat meat at all, except the meat that they grow in the lab, because all the regular cow meat and all that in the whole world is going to be potentially infected with this virus. So then they'll make us eat this fucking lab grown meat. And who knows how bad that's going to be for you, bro. It's like that Impossible Burger with all chemicals and stuff. It probably makes it so you can't have kids, bro. It probably makes you infertile. Who fucking knows, you know?
It is. Yeah, it's weird times that we're living in. But yeah, I think for us living in third world countries here, like in South Africa, like we're a third world country, but with first world tendencies. Yeah. I mean, I live on a beautiful estate and that's a golf course. So I'm blessed, but you will see extremes of poverty. Like if you go literally 2 minutes down the road, you'll see people living in like mud huts and stuff like that. So yeah, it is. It's weird economic times that we're living in. But I think that's the thing about what we do as a career. I think that's why I love working with you and all the guys in the group. We just got to show up, do our best every single day, and just be privileged that we get to do what we do for a living and get to work with other great people around the world and help them make money too.
It's crazy because like, I try not to feel bad when you see homeless people or you see people like that are less fortunate, but you always still feel a little bad, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But the world is built the way it is, where for some reason, not everybody gets the same shot. You know, some people just don't get the same opportunity. And now
you don't get the same. Yeah.
No, and I think what it does is it makes me feel like responsible that people like you and me, if we are given the ability to make something for ourselves, we should be doing it. You should be working hard. You should be competing against each other. You should be pushing each other in every way, not just you and me, people that like just, that's capitalism. That's innovation. That's the mindset that pushes society forward. I just, you know, it's a very complicated issue because here in the States, I don't know how is it in South Africa? Is like homelessness a problem that the government tries to help with?
If they're not stealing your money, yes.
Right, because the government there is so corrupt, like it doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah. Well, he has a scary stat for you. Unemployment in South Africa is at about, I don't know the last one, but I do know at one stage it was at 42% unemployment rate.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah. I think it's at 34 at the moment, 34% unemployment rate in South Africa.
So what does that mean? That means 34% of people in South Africa just don't have a job.
Well, 34% of people that are able to work, so, you know,
are not working.
Are not working. Yeah. They don't have jobs.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also like minimum wage, people are earning also like literally people are earning like $200 a month and they have to feed their families from that. Like they have like 4 children. They got to feed their families.
How do you even do that?
I don't know. I don't even think you can have running water like that. It's just, it's tough. But that's why I just feel so like for me, I always used to tell my friends when I was growing up, like I come from such like a great background. I got great parents, great family that support me. If I stuff this up, it's all on me. Like there's no one to blame besides myself, you know?
Of course. And I guess it makes you wonder, like, should we be doing more to try to help those people? But like part of me, and I'm sure you feel the same way because of how corrupt some of the government is in South Africa. But like here, it like when I see that we could raise money for this or raise money for that. At this point, bro, people are so corrupt. I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Almost, you know, almost for better or for worse. I wonder, is this money really going to what it's supposed to be going to? Is this really making a difference? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? So my dad growing up, we always used to tease him saying that. So we call the homeless people, hobos, homeless people, same. Yeah. So he used to say that we're going hobo hunting. He didn't used to give them cash because he bust oak once. He gave them cash and he goes and buys like cigarettes and
drugs
with it. So my dad actually goes and buys them actual food. That's what I do. I'll buy someone food because and you watch them open it in front of you because then that's actually more beneficial than giving them the cash.
Absolutely, bro. Because you know a lot of them are drug addicts.
For sure.
Is that a problem too in South Africa?
Yeah, big time.
What drugs are they doing?
Oh, everything, bro. Like
really?
Sniffing glues,
hardcore
jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it's same thing here, bro. It's sad. Yeah. But then again, like that's what I'm saying. There's people like that, and then there's it's just we all try to live together and get along, but it's clear that not everybody has the same chance, like I said, the same
sure.
shot. So we're responsible for making it work for ourselves and making the most out of what we're trying to do. So now we have the Black Shirt Club coming starting in September. We're going to open the enrollment for the next Black Shirt Club program. Probably, what do you think? Like October, something like that is what I was thinking.
Yeah, end of October, closer to November, when the first one is winding up.
Exactly. And then I'm thinking we'll still bring in 15 new people. And then if we open the enrollment in October, it gives people, because we offer the split payments of the $3,000, you can do $1,000 each month before it even starts. And then you're paid up and then you're good to go. So I feel like that'll be the move. And then what we're going to do is do that program in January, and that'll run 3 months, and we'll do 2 other programs throughout the year. And I feel like it almost helps people more when we do that than when we sell a new course or when we put out a new video. Wouldn't you agree? Like the day-to-day grind, especially with the new things that Tom built with the trader improvement workbooks, bro, makes a big difference, right?
For sure. And you're working with me, you and Tom now, and Tom's created these. Tom's like a mastermind when it comes to like data collection and everything like that. So we've got these TRP workbooks that we use, our DRCs, daily report cards, weekly report cards, every single day, every single week. That show you where your mistakes are happening and stuff like that. I think that's a great thing about trading. I actually also wanted to ask you a question, right? Last week you had a killer week. You got the extension, but I think you had a great week because you focused only on Bitcoin on the indices. I know your name's Austin Silver FX, but you'll have to change that. We'll talk to Instagram about that later. But like I think you found what you actually been trading well. And I was, before the call we started recording, I was actually telling you how I think I'm also trading like these, like GJ, GU, and the indices. I'm a lot better than, I have just better reads on them than some other pairs, some other forex pairs. And I think that was great for you last week. You didn't even touch an FX pair and you had a great week, right?
Just doing what I'm doing well and just continuing to do that over and over and over again, and not letting the other stuff distract me. It is so easy to just do less, do it better, do it bigger. That's all you got to be doing. Do less, do it better, do it bigger. And like, people don't know what I mean when I say that, but it's like trade less, trade the best setups, and then get bigger in those setups that you are trading the best. I was just saying, the guy I had a call with this morning, he's really doing well with the D2s. Some of the guys are like me, really doing well with the A2s. So it's like, you got to find that, what is working, what entry signal is working best, and then just
tap in.
Not all in on any trade, of course, but like go all in on that idea, as that is your way to start making money. What do you think about profit taking right now? We should probably touch on that, because like aggressive profit taking, I think, has been a key factor in us continuing to stay profitable right now. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. So a very interesting. That's always going to be an interesting discussion, because people always, for me, so right now I've got a high win rate this year. It's about 82% on the year so far, which is a high win rate, right?
Yeah.
And even with and I'm going for 1 hour now, my trades. The reason being is because with the high win rate, you don't have to have 4-hour moves,
right?
And the reason also why I was doing that is because I was pulling like 50% of my trade at 1 hour and then getting stopped out on the rest. Sometimes a break even, which would make my win, my risk to reward level. I think for me, I'm going for 1 hour, especially because of my high win rate. And if you plug it into a Monte Carlo simulator, equity simulator, it also it shows you that it's profitable 1 hour with even a 60% win rate. But what I also wanted to touch on was that I think I was doing some work also last weekend and last week on Soft4 FX. So Jerome uses it. It's like it's basically backtesting software, right? Yep. And during 2020, during 2021, beginning the markets are moving. Like, you're getting 5-hour moves. Right now, you're not really getting like those 5-hour moves. You're getting 1, 2, 3 hour, maybe 3-hour max. Yeah. So you're not getting those big rippers for the systems that we trade on an intraday basis.
On a day trade. Exactly. I was just going to say, you might get big rips, of course, on swing trading, but on a day-to-day basis, when we're looking for day trades, it's become clear that for whatever market condition reason, taking profits aggressively and doing it sooner is working better to compound the gains, rather than trying to stay in the trade and let it turn into a home run, hitting singles. That seems to be working really well for everybody. So for someone that's listening to this and they're trying to figure out, like, all right, I want to get funded, I want to see if I can string some wins together, try considering taking profits sooner, not holding these trades that go 1R, 2R, 3R in your favor, and then they turn around on you and you give that money back. That shouldn't be happening, I think, when you're trying to get funded. Would you also, how do you do it, bro? Do you trade one size on phase 1, phase 2 and funded, or do you have do you get smaller as you pass the challenges?
I'll get smaller as opposed to challenges. Okay. So my personal account and private investor, like when the market's hot, I trade it normally at one size, because obviously there's no drawdown limits on that at all or anything like that. But on the phases, phase one, I'll be a little bit more aggressive in this position sizing, and then phase two, tone it down. Then funded, like literally 0.3% max. You don't need to be risking so much once you funded. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. What do you think? We wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think that was a good one. Nice catch up. And then, we got a nice exciting.
We got Mark on Thursday. So we're filming another episode this week, everybody. We'll have Mark on. That should be a really interesting conversation to hear about how he's handling current market conditions. If there's anybody that you guys would like to see us interview on the podcast, please just let us know. DM us, put it in the comments below, and we'll do our best to make it happen. James, happy birthday again, bro. I appreciate you helping me make this happen. For everybody watching, listening, we hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Cheers, guys.